what is it about custom home building that is uniquely like almost, it seems, always referral based?
Yeah, I would say 100%. I mean, everything I've done so far has been referral based because, like I said, I'm not even doing
Mhm.
advertising. So it's we rely 100% on referrals. We build a house, the customer is hopefully happy. When they're happy, they start talking and they tell their friends, they tell their family, and ultimately, that's how we end up getting more work, more phone calls from that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Builder's Bible. I'm joined by a friend of mine from Rise of Kings, Jim Salvatore. Jim is a builder as well, and he has actually been helping me understand the industry. He also has a newborn, which is pretty cool. He was just explaining that baby's name is Sunny. But Jim, thanks so much for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Great to be here.
Well, let's start with this. Tell us about who you are and how we got to where we are today.
Yeah, so my name is Jim Salvatore. I'm actually originally from Massachusetts. Currently live in Texas. Been here about 5 years now. Been in the building trade and construction trade, honestly, since I was 13 years old. Started as an electrician, transitioned to some other businesses along the way. And then around 2019, 2020, I decided I wanted to be a builder and remodeler full time. So kind of just went right into it. We started flipping houses. That led to getting some customer remodels, and then ultimately became a builder. When we moved to Texas, I went to work for a custom home builder here for about a year and a half to try and learn the new construction side of it. I knew the remodeling, I knew flips, but I needed to learn the new construction side. So I did that for a year and a half. During my time there, I had built 17 homes with them. I left there a couple years ago. Just continued doing remodels and flips. And then about 2 years ago, we started our first new construction project. It was actually my personal home. I figured that'd be a good trial. Just everything went great with that. We're currently in the process of doing two.
So are you kind of going all in custom home building? Are you still doing some commercial stuff? Is it a mixture of the two?
We do light commercial remodels. We don't do new construction with commercial. But yeah, I would say we're trying to pivot more towards new construction. That's really where I want to be. Primarily custom homes. That's really what I enjoy doing at the end of the day. But for the time being, we're still doing remodels and we're still doing flips because we got to keep the lights on. So
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, so the limited amount of information I know about construction, I had no idea what a takeoff or an estimator was 2 months ago. Now I do.
right.
The pain points I hear are project management, skilled labor, and estimation. And then from home builders a lot, I hear marketing and bookkeeping. So I'm curious, which of those maybe is your biggest pain point and keeps you up at night?
Can I answer all of them?
Yeah, sure, go for
No,
it.
honestly, all of those are certainly pain points. I would say marketing would be a good one. We don't do much marketing. I'm not good at it, and I haven't found the right person to work with yet. So that's where we're at with that. Estimation isn't quite the biggest pain point yet because we're not big enough to have to worry about that. Right now, between me and my lumberyard and my engineers, like we get all that done. But I know as we continue to grow, that will be something we're going to need more of.
So, let's talk about any of those. Like, let's double click on one. Marketing, for instance. I found it interesting, Jim, that I haven't met a custom home builder that has a repeatable, scalable way to get new clients in the door. It always seems like referrals. It always seems like, hey, we're just the guy in this neighborhood. Like, what is it about custom home building that is uniquely, like, almost, it seems always referral based?
Yeah, I would say 100%. Everything I've done so far has been referral based because, like I said, I'm not even doing advertising. So it's we rely 100% on referrals. We build a house, the customer is hopefully happy. When they're happy, they start talking and they tell their friends, they tell their family. And ultimately, that's how we end up getting more work, more phone calls from that.
Okay. What's your technology stack? What kind of tools are you using for the different areas of your business, estimation, project management, the whole
Yeah,
thing?
have you heard of a notepad and a pen?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
sure
so
have.
I'm old school, man. So I'm old school. We just recently incorporated some new software, but since I started this right before my son was born, so I haven't had any time to dig into it and get involved with it. I know it's going to be a game changer. I know I need to do it, but again, I'm old school, and I know a lot of the builders are old school. It's
Yeah.
just, we walk the house. It's easy to have a pen and a notepad and just, do our punch list, write down, whatever we need.
What is your goal for your business? Like, what's maybe either in terms of size or scale or a number of houses you're building a year? Like, what would be an amazing vision for you?
So for me, I would like to get up to 10 to 20 custom home builds a year. I
Hmm.
think that's achievable. And I think that's my 5-year plan. And we're going to see where that goes. And now when I say 10 to 20, that's new construction. That's not even including my remodels or flips or anything like that. But I want to be at 10 to 20 new homes a year.
Okay. And what's between that and you getting there? Like, I guess what's the biggest thing that you feel like you need to overcome?
Again, marketing, getting the
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
Again, we're still trying to prove ourselves in the market. We're
Yeah.
competing right now with some big home builders here around us, and we're basically the new guys. Even though I've been doing this a long time, I'm still the new guy. So I have to prove myself. So one of our houses that we're building right now is going to be our spec house, and we're going to use that to show customers our quality of work. And that's what stands us apart too. Like, I don't just stick build, a junk house. Like, what we build is quality. We're using good products. Our houses are energy efficient. They're spray foamed. They have ERVs, dehumidifiers, like the whole 9 yards. And what you're paying for my house versus paying for someone else's house, you're getting a lot more with me.
And what is that? And that's one thing that I found with home builders. Like, they all have some sort of a story or a culture, something that's unique. Is that kind of your elevator pitch to someone who's thinking about working with you? Is it the quality of the homes, or is it your story, or what's
Yeah,
the?
I would certainly say the quality of our homes. Like I said, I grew up, up north in Massachusetts. Homes are built a lot better up there than they are here in Texas. So I brought my building techniques from up there down here.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to think let's talk about Rise Up Kings for a second.
Okay.
You and I have been impacted by
Yeah.
Rise Up Kings.
Yep.
What have been some of the biggest areas or changes in your life as a result of Rise Up Kings?
Man, I don't even know where to start with that, to be honest. But I'll give you some key points, man. So I am a completely different person. I've always been a follower of God, but I haven't followed God, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So by bringing God back into our lives, my life is so much different. My stress level went from like 100 to probably 60. I'm down to 60, and every day is continuing to go down. With Rise of Kings, I built some relationships that I never could have imagined having before. Um, I'm the man that God wants me to be now because of them.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm onto something with this whole estimation thing. So my thesis statement is that you can do it VA plus AI. So, and again, I don't know my ask for my elbow because I'm a financial advisor by trade, but my understanding of estimation is effectively like you're taking in the measurements, you're taking in the design, the architecture, all the plans, and you're basically saying this is how much it's going to cost me to build this thing, right? And it's this cost for lumber and this cost for the nails and how much for my guy to swing the hammer. But assuming you have all of the good measurements and plans, that there's no reason for that guy to be on site. And then you have things like, Plan Swift or Toggle or, Beam. Like there's all these AI tools now that pull from previous estimates. So am I crazy, or do you think that this could be done virtually plus AI?
Yeah, I certainly think most of it can be done virtually and with AI for sure. There's going to be certain situations that come up that is going to require a person, but yeah, I think you're going to be able to get like 90 to 95% of it done without being there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you're really passionate about that you want to talk about that we haven't talked about today? A hot take, a charity, a thought? Like what's one thing that you want to talk about?
So I would say as an entrepreneur, my biggest struggle is focus. So me focusing on construction, home building, remodeling, all that is very, very difficult. My passion is trucks. Like I love trucks, dude. Anything with trucks. I love modifying, lifting out, that's my thing. So because of
I'm
Rise,
not going to tell you what I drive because you'll probably think I'm a weirdo. I drive a Tesla.
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And because of Rise Up Kings, I had never thought I could pursue that as like a career or a business. Like I don't know why, but since Rise Up Kings, I'm like, man, how can I take that hobby and that something I love and turn that into a business? And that is something I want to do in the next few years as well. And I'm going to take my construction business to allow me to do that.
I love that. Yeah, I'm a serial guy as well, but focus is so hard for me. So God at Rise Up Kings, he spoke to me and said, create freedom for business owners. And when I wake up and I'm like, hey, I'm going to use today, like, God, who do you want me to call? Who do you want me today to reach out to? And like normally when I submit myself to the Lord and I'm just like, I'm going to serve who you want me to serve, the profit always follows. Like it's all about like just listening and being obedient. And the days where I'm like, man, I'm going to force this. I'm going to go make money today. We're going to be profitable. It's like the opposite happens.
Yeah.
So like it's been really cool to try to be like spirit led in my business, but it's also, it's simple, but it's not easy. Like it's really, really challenging. And I'm like, man, like I'm out here moving dirt or pouring concrete. Like, how do I submit this to the Lord? How do I do this to his glory? And it's just like, it's been an interesting like thing for me to make. Like when I'm telling people about how amazing a virtual assistant is, how do I do that to the glory of God? You know what I mean? So, Jim, if people want to learn more about who you are and what you do, where can they go?
So you can find us at revivalgrouptx.com. You can find us also we have Instagram, we have Facebook. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking some time with us and joining us on the Builders Bible podcast. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have another episode every week. We might even start releasing them bi-weekly. And at the moment, we've got a pretty full pipeline. We've got David Gordon from Aspire Fine Homes. We're going to have a couple other Rise Up Kings guys coming on soon. So stay tuned. And Jim, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah.